Guys, my name is Nonima Tikela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to talk about Senzo and the entire murder trial. At this point, guys, I need to say this clearly. I do not understand how this line of questioning is assisting the court, and I'm not confused because I'm slow. I'm confused because it doesn't make legal sense. I'm not a lawyer, but that I understand. That much I can actually understand. This is one of those moments where anyone, should raise their hand and ask the most basic judicial question. Simple. How are you assisting the court, Baloyi? How? Because recycling information from 2020, information we've already heard a million times, does not magically become relevant just because it is repeated with confidence. How is it going to help? Let's deal with the bigger problem here. This is supposed to be a case whereby some of the things were dealt with during trial within a trial, where the state, it meant limited scope, defined purpose, and tight control, right? To make sure the admissibility is done properly. Now, explain this to me slowly. Why does it feel like now we are proving something in a trial within a trial? Why? Guys, this is procedurally upside down. I don't know, man. A case is not a second main trial. I don't know, man. It is not a story session, guys. It is not an opportunity to relitigate history. I don't know what's going on here. I'm so Baloyi. This case is existing for one reason only, to decide whether these people killed or did not kill Senzo Meyiwa. I don't know why we are dealing go 2018, go 2019, go 2020. Why are we there? And this is where the frustration kicks in. When the state starts drifting, when questions stop testing credibility, when relevance becomes optional, and when the court does not intervene, that is where the problem comes in. Then the process stops being forensic and starts becoming directionless because, wow. Andiyalendo skuyo. Reputation is not assistance. Old information is not relevance. Noise is not probative value. No. What makes this worse is that when the shoe was on the other foot, when the defense was cross-examining, the rules suddenly mattered. Time mattered, structure mattered, relevance mattered. But now we are told to just let it run. Njani, when everything is like this, kanjani. That inconsistency is what undermines confidence in the process. In a trial as serious as a long running at the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial, this kind of looseness is not just harmless, guys. It compounds delay, it muddies the issues, and it leaves the public asking very uncomfortable questions. Are we still resolving legal issues, or are we just filling time? What's going on? Why is Judge Ratta allowing this? Because if information from 2020 does not advance the issue before the court today, then it's irrelevant. Full stop. Why are we dealing with it? Why are we dealing with such? Why is Judge Ratta allowing all of this to happen? Why is he not intervening and asking, where are we going with this, Mr. Baloyi? What is why is he not doing all of those things? I do not. This man is just frustrating us. Like, let's stop pretending to be polite about it. This is nonsense. Because at this point, nothing about this makes sense. I don't get it, guys. I honestly don't get it. And no, this is not me being confused. This is procedurally disbelief. I am in disbelief. Ooh. I cannot believe that we are dealing with this. I can't. How is Baloyi assisting the court with these calls? Sure. Because now again and again, again and again, again and again. This is frustrating to the core. It is frustrating to the core. So please explain this madness to me, guys. Why is the defense now supposed to be operating on the terms of the state inside a case that is not even in the state case? Why? This is not how criminal procedure works. This is not how fairness works. This is not how logic works. This is upside down law. Why is Judge Ratta like, sure, affair too? I cannot believe that we are subjected to this nonsense this way. I am in disbelief. Now we are sitting there as if we are learning an algebra lesson. We are busy with numbers now. It makes lit of some vibes. It's like we are busy with storytelling hours, a fishing expedition. It exists for one reason in this case, to decide a specific legal issue, nothing more, nothing else. But sana, but here we are. Questionings are drifting everywhere, relevance evaporating, old facts are resurfaced like they suddenly matter again. That time they don't. They are not going to take us anywhere. Now we are treating reputation as if it's relevance. Confidence is not probative value, guys. Even if he's confident, no. Oh. And talking for long does not mean you are saying something meaningful or useful. And here is what gets me. When it comes to Judge Ratta, all this that Baloyi is doing, once the defense does it, he will pull rank, pull ruling tonton, constitutional tonton. Move on, stick to the point, relevance, cancel. Those are the things that he's going to be asking. But now he's doing nothing. He's sitting there writing. What the hell is he writing? Now we are just told to let it run. That double standard is not small. What Judge Ratta is doing there, it is not technical. It is poisonous what he's doing, because it tells the public that procedure is flexible depending on who's speaking. No, man. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. And in a trial serious like this, as delayed as scrutinized as Senzo Meyiwa made a trial, this is unacceptable. This case does not need no more noise. It needs discipline. It needs direction. It needs a court that is not afraid to say, Baloyi, how is this assisting me as Judge Ratta? But no, because this is now Baloyi, the favorite of Judge Ratta. We must endure this until Jesus comes. He will be saying, hey, we will be here until Mandela rests. Sure, maybe it's just me, guys. Maybe it's just me. What are your thoughts when it comes? Do you think I'm being wrong for saying no to this nonsense? Am I being unfair? Hi, Ngusiam. I'll see you on our next video. Bye-bye.